So first up, this beautiful minimal desktop. I rarely keep files on here unless I have to, and if they are, it's usually for a current project and they get put where they need to go very quickly. I have a 1 terabyte hard drive, solid state for this computer, and you can see that 800 of it is available, and I know that I have a 130 gigabyte Final Cut X file that I could move once I finish it. So technically I'm using under 100 gigabytes for this entire computer, for the system, for files, for assets, everything. So that leaves a lot of space for current projects or whatever I need it to be. But all of these files, I know exactly where they are. They could be moved and migrated to a new computer at a moment's notice, and everything that I need is backed up and accessible on the cloud, onto other devices, on the internet, or even my phone. So I can share, view, download any of those files anywhere, anytime. Looking at my folder, first up you'll notice carousel. If you open your computer and you're using this icon layout for your files, you can not be my friend. You'll notice my favorites are exactly what I need. I got rid of everything else. Minimalism, eliminate distractions, desktop, applications. These are all things that I'm using. If I'm not, I get rid of them. Google Drive is my cloud-based app. I love it. It's pretty good. I've tried them all. And I'll explain why I use Google Drive over the others more, but clicking on it, you can see 3 folders, and each of those are in my favorites bar right here. AirDrop, downloads, for sure. But files is pretty much all of my backup. And you'll notice that it's my current project, which is actually being uploaded to the cloud right now. But I can still click on it, work on it, and once that's done, I will delete this. Of course, I'll have the exported final films and the raw footage export and stuff that the client needs. But once I'm done, I can pretty much get rid of that and it'll be gone instantly. And most of the other files that I have here are all legal. PDFs, agreements, contracts, invoices, etc. And I have HelloSign online, and I'm figuring out a way to move all of these legal documents to the cloud, safe and organized there. I need to start paying for that, but all of these will probably be gone very soon, and they're not even taking up half of a gigabyte. So once I do that, this is pretty much going to be empty except for the current project that I'm working on. And because I'm at inbox 0 after this Panama project, that'll be 1 project at a time. I'm not going to take multiple projects. My public folder is exactly that. It's files and folders that I have for my clients to view, share, download, and then also every so often I'll have individual files for YouTube video descriptions for people to download a LUT or a certain file or something that I use. So I know that these are being accessed by other people. So if I do move or delete or change these, it may affect things. So that's why I have a public instead of just placing it in the files. And then assets are just files that I use all the time for projects. I've got my email backup, I've got LUTs, photos that I use for social, wallpapers, everything I want to keep on my actual computer here and not just back up when I need the space. And that's it. That's really it. Everything that's on my computer is right there. Like I said, all of these are within the Google Drive folder, so they're all backed up, synced on the cloud, constantly being backed up. And if we go into the preferences for Drive, you'll see that I'm only syncing these 3. There's a 4th projects folder that isn't being synced. And that's because I have this 4 terabyte Lacy backup drive that is booting up right now, and that holds all of my current projects. I still have a couple wedding projects that are being edited by editors, but I need to put those on the cloud to not only back up, but to give access to people who need to download and edit and work on them. So what I'm in the process of doing is actually taking these, moving them to my Google Drive. They sit here. It takes an overnight, probably like 10 hours to upload these large project folders to Google Drive. And it takes them, it puts them here, and then I click and drag them into this project. So this project already has 2 wedding folders. So once again, safety and collaboration. So that's good. I have 1 terabyte of storage. I'm paying about $100 a year for that. Eventually, I will have to upgrade to 2 terabytes because of the amount of wedding projects that I have going on right now, but that will get smaller and smaller until the point where I'm working on 1 wedding at a time. I work on it until it's done, and then I delete it if I don't need the raw footage. So I will definitely not need 2 terabytes all the time, but I will upgrade then downgrade to 1 terabyte. But I think 1 terabyte is pretty good. And at $100 a year, totally, that's fine. So you're probably asking, where are photos and videos and wedding films? That's a good question. All 3 of those things were taking up a lot of space on my backup before I went cloud-based, especially the videos, because I was shooting 1080p, 4K, especially when I started doing the vlogging. I had terabytes of backup. And I realized that if you upload anything to YouTube, YouTube and Google keeps the original file full res, but they just don't make it very easy for you to download yourself through the video manager or individual videos, if anything. You have noticed that if your video doesn't have copyrighted content notification, you can download a 720p MP4, very compressed version of your video. It's not as good. But what I've found is that with Google Takeout, this is something that it's kind of newish, not many people know about it, but you can download a full archive of all of the original files from your Google accounts, including your YouTube. So I would select none, select YouTube, hit next, change these parameters, and it would take a while, especially if you have hundreds of videos with some like terabytes of video data. It would take forever to download this, but this is like an all-out backup if you need it. If you're gonna migrate a YouTube channel, you can do that. What I've found as a great option for in between is something called Keepvid. And I've been using the free version of this, which allows you to download like a 720p compressed version of your video or any video. And it's a low res quality, but if you pay for it, which I did for $40 for a lifetime license, I can now download 1080p or even 4K MP4 compressed, but still good versions of your video or any video. So if I make like a recap of the best of the year, I'll use this. It's much quicker and better because you can download individual videos, still at good quality. So knowing this, I deleted all of the actual video files that I had in my backup of everything that's been uploaded. And everything that I didn't upload to Facebook, I made into a Facebook video archive. It's about 2.5 hours worth of old videos before I was doing YouTube. Uploaded that to YouTube, and now I know that I have that. I can download that if I ever have to. So great, that's YouTube. What do I do for wedding films? So I actually send an online Blu-ray using MediaZilla to all of my clients. So it has all of the files that are being delivered to them. So as long as I have a collection with all of the files being sent, this is a great backup for wedding stuff because I upload, the same day edits and the highlights to my YouTube, so I know that's good with the YouTube archive. But then there's also these doc films, which are much larger, it could be 10 to 20 gigabytes. So all of them are downloaded and uploaded to MediaZilla here. So all of my weddings are safe and secure with MediaZilla, accessible to view, share, download by the client. And that totally works for me. Like I'm using 200 gigabytes of 600 an annual, so every 12 months it resets that number. If I was shooting more weddings, I could get more, but this is totally fine. So MediaZilla works for that. And then last are photos. I've been using Google Photos to back up everything I've ever taken. Every single JPEG of my existence, I have uploaded to Google Photos, and it's counting 0 against my 1 terabyte. Because if you upload using their compression, their high quality compression, they'll do it for free with no storage issues. So I've got probably 40 gigabytes of JPEGs uploaded. I can go through by year. I can search by name, face, etc. Everything is there and it's great. I just take photos with my phone mainly. And if I open the Google Photos app on my phone here, it automatically backs up and it doesn't cost anything and it doesn't negate any of my storage, my 1 terabyte. So my photos are taken care of. I just do that every single day and everything goes up very quickly and easily. And really, that's it. With Project Zero, I'm just working on one project at a time. I know exactly where those files are. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm not keeping all of them. I'm just keeping what I need in the cloud. So it's off my computer, yet accessible and safe. And I feel like I'm in a really good space. It's very minimal. Everything is safe. I think it's good, but I understand that there are so many different ways to do this. And like I said, this is a process that's always improving. So let me know. I'm open to critiques. You can ask me questions about why or how I do things if you have any more questions. But also let me know what your system is. I'm interested to hear how everyone does this and organize and back up. So thank you for watching and take care.